already 8 participants, and as we know that, guys, this is the 186th episode, and I would like to appreciate to Mr. Indre who initiate this community to learn about English, especially in public speaking. This is not only how many people join with us tonight, but Mr. Indre already shared to us and showed to us that consistent learning need a consistently. So guys, don't hesitate. Maybe if you have a question later, uh, please ask me directly. It's okay, because this is the time not only for me only to share knowledge, but this is our time to sharing each other what we can do and what we can try to collaboration together. So tonight I would like to ask you to invite you. I mean, like we gonna discuss about the topic is the influence of youth demographic on electoral outcomes in 2024. Before I get the title and for our discussion tonight, because I'm a part of young person, and right now I want to learn about politics more and more. Maybe we can next to slide. So guys, today we have three agendas, and for the first is about the youth demographic. And here we are going to recognize what is demographic and how we can define it, become a part, and what is the indicator of the demographic. The second one is about how to choose on electoral 2024. And the last is the power of the youth vote. Maybe this is, the main point about our discussion tonight, the power of the youth vote. Next. Before we continue, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Jutan Manik. I'm a master degree of defense strategy, major in defense diplomacy, and I have many experience in international conference, such as ASEAN Youth International Conference here in Bandung at the time, and Asia Youth International MUN. I believe that you all already know about MUN, Model United Nations, and international seminar as a speaker. And this is in Makassar at the time. The last overseas research field program in South Korea when I studied in Defense University. Next. So guys, and this is for the first our topic, the youth demographic. So you all, I just want to bring you to think why this topic really important for us, because as we know that, guys, in 2024 the youth demographic has important things to to like we have a more than 60% population to vote in election 2024. That's why if we can define this demographic, such as in business we know there is a word supply and demand. So in politics, I think there is the same, because when we know the demand, so we can choose which supply that the best thing that we can do. For example, can we to the next slide, sir? Yeah, this one. In demographics, why demographic is important? Because in Indonesia right now we have 270 million people, netizen of Indonesia. But demographic, we have to make it clear. I mean, we can divide it based on occupation, such as housewife, farmer, freelancer, student, retired, factory workers, and others. Or we can divide based on religion, based on island, race, and etc. After we divide the demographic, so we can choose which part material that we can bring to them. For example, for farmers and unemployed are less likely to endorse candidates who have honest, fair, anti-corruption character. So when we go to the farmers, we can when we go to the employee person. So this is the character that we have to bring to them. We have to make them uh, we have to make them what we call uh, they they have hope when they want to choose us, and we can make it become rules for our district or our country. Maybe some of you can read directly in my PowerPoint. It's okay if you have a question. Maybe we can discuss so you all can try to your English also. Next, guys, for example, like housewives and students are less likely to prioritize candidates with the close to people character. So easy to access. Like in Indonesia, maybe if we can see the social medias such as Instagram or TikTok, so many right now, our government make a media because they want to close to their netizen. I mean, the netizen can easy to access. Maybe the netizen has a problem, they can report directly to the government. For example, in Indonesia, in what we call Jawa Tengah, Middle East, Middle East, sorry, Middle Java, yeah. In Middle Java, there is lapor group. Yeah. So it can be for the netizen easy to access and easy to report to the government. So guys, maybe if you have a question for all of you participants, it's okay because this is the time we can discuss and you can try your English as well.
Maybe you can ask the participant here about their opinion, Mr. Jutan. So it's not only us to ask you, but you give a question to us about our opinion or something that related to the data that you give us today.
Okay, maybe for the next slide, sir, because this is only about the my opinion, how we
Okay.
can try to define this one. Or
Okay.
maybe I have a question, maybe some of you can answer my question. From the indicator from occupation. Maybe do you think that housewife is more than others? Because this is housewives 34.1, but factory workers is only 0.9. Do you think also, or you have other perspectives, guys? Okay, if you have no question, we
How
can
did you
get
get
to the
this
next slide.
data? How did you get this data?
Yes, sir.
How did you get this data?
Yeah, this data I get from the internet as well. But okay, I'm sorry because I do not put here where is
Mhm.
the source. Maybe
Yeah.
for the next slide, I believe uh, I put the source. This one. If we can see, it's too small, yeah. This is actually, and the next slide again, I already put the source of my data. Like this one, yeah. This is from katadata.co.id, yeah. Can we back one slide, sir? Okay, actually, guys, this is in America and United States of America because they divide to four simulation, such as no generational effect, full generational effect, generational effect decline with age, and post-millennial generation more conservative. And this data from, I'm sorry because the font too small for us. Can we next, sir? This one, maybe this topic really famous for us, so we can share. You know, the Indonesian population is dominated by millennial and Gen Z. That's why in many discussion I run, I always ask to them to vote, especially for millennial and Gen Z, because we have 60% and we have power to change what the government that we want for our future, for our country. And this data from katadata.co.id. Maybe some of you has give me other perspective from my PowerPoint, or do you agree with my PowerPoint? Because this is I try to define such as age group of 20 to 35 years. There are 64.7 million and median age 30.5 years. And the population estimated at 269.5 million. Makeup population 24 of total. Optimistic outlook on diversity. Only 23.4% keep abreast of news and political issues. So I know that not all of our netizens like talking about the political issue, but I appreciate. Okay, Yusuf Fauzi, you have other perspective or question?
Hello. First of all, I apologize if my background sounds quite noisy because it was boring. It is boring in my hometown, and then yeah, thank you for the floor. But talking about the youth demographics in Indonesia, uh, you has been explaining uh every data that you found about the population, about the youth, and everything, even the classification on the workers, housewife, and etc. Uh, but I think maybe I have like a question not only for you, Mr. Jutan, but also for everybody in this room. Uh, Based on data we have and uh, yeah, we have like bigger population in the youth than the rest of the than the whole in the whole population of Indonesian. Uh, and I have a question like, what is the positive side to have this bonus youth demographics, and what is the negative side of it? Thank you.
Okay, other perspective, or I can answer directly. If we talk about bonus demography, yeah, demographic, as we know in 2030, guys, young youth population in Indonesia more than 50%. Yeah. So if the youth in Indonesia in 2030, what we call most of people from the youth is unemployed, they have no skill, they have no certificate or etc. They cannot work in a big company, maybe an international company. So, and that's a negative side. But if our population, especially for the youth, more than 50%, they have a skill, they can speak in English, they have a certificate such as from the bachelor degree or master degree or doctoral degree, and we can what we call a competition with foreigners, means that we can bring economy positive impact for our country. So that's the positive from bonus demography. And this
Yeah.
is not only the duty from our government. This is also from our citizen, netizen also. That's the point, sir.
Yeah, and also, yeah, the several people think that bonus demography is good for the countries, but for the societies like us as the youth, it will make us suffer. Do you hear my voice, right?
Sorry, sir.
Do you hear my voice?
Yeah, I hear you.
It's clear, right?
Yeah, clear.
Yeah, yeah.
But
About
can
my
you repeat one more?
yeah, about my opinions about the bonus demography, it'll make us suffer as the youth. Yeah, why? Yeah, because the competitions will be yeah higher than without the bonus demography. Yeah, because everyone is youth, everyone has their big energy in the situation. So that's why this is one of the negative things. It's not for the countries because the countries will be better in the situations, but for us as the youth, we will need to work twice, yeah, to compete with many people in this situation. And also, yeah, if we talk about the youth, yeah, I think in the age of the youth, there is the inconsistency, yeah, because they don't have a big experience, they don't have a um, big knowledge that they have felt, yeah. So that's why, yeah, it'll be a negative thing also as the bonus demography. Yes. If you talk about the positive thing, yeah, I suppose that yeah, for the countries, yeah, the productivity of the economics or something that related to with the business creative business and others will be higher and higher in the situation. So this is my opinion about the positive and negative thing in the age of the bonus demography, especially in our countries, Indonesia. I don't know another opinion from the other people.
Good opinion, sir. That's why, as a millennial or Gen Z today's, we have to know the technology, yeah, because the world already changed. At the time, people worked as a farmers, only like conservative. But right now, such as, for example, in Bogor, you have no big land, but you can make such as hydroponic. So only you have only small space, but you can make it better than you have a big land before. But only small space because the technology and the creativity, you can make it like a hydroponic and agriculture. So that's the point. So as millennial, Gen Z, we have to know the technology has increased our creativity and we need to innovate day by day and so we can get the bonus demography with the positive things. Yes, Yusuf Fauzi, you have a
Thank you for the floor. Yeah, I think in this is my perspective and that is my opinion on the positive and the negative side of the youth demographic in Indonesia. And I think that both positive or negative side, it actually depends on how we put on the work to our youth generation nowadays. Because as we all know, we have the goal in 2045, the golden Indonesia, and I think that it could have it all could have worked well, and that goal could we have a big possibility to achieve the goal that we created. But again, as what Mr. Jutan said in earlier about it's all about the collaboration between us, the youth generation, and the government and everybody actually in Indonesia as one society. Because you said about how we can compete with foreigner with other people in other countries based on bachelor degrees, certification, and everything. But uh, as we all know nowadays, we saw a lot of bachelor degree title holders or master degree title holders. They most likely make an increase in a what is it called the unemployed rate in Indonesia. Because most of us that graduated from university uh, are not having that big opportunity to actually to get a job as quick as possible. Because many of us still suffering from that because we still have not uh, find the method or the methodical and then the job opportunity that we should create for the youth. But also, yeah, this is back to how we put the work on that and how the government could uh, you know make this bonus demography to be um, to be a weapon for future Indonesian. Because many countries like Japan or even China, they uh, tend to have like a low rate of birth because they their generation nowadays are focusing more on the job, on the work, and the workaholic things and the workaholic culture, and it made their society no longer thinking about the importance of having kids, etc. And I think that's something that maybe we can say that we have a positive side on the bonus demographic on the youth generation, because we have the capital. But about how we uh, can can get the goal that we created, it depends on how we work on it. Thank you.
cool. Mr. Yusuf Fauzi, thank you your perspective. Maybe we can go to Yudi Saputra.
Okay, thank you, Pak Jutan Mani, for the opportunity. Okay, I have a bit background in economics, so I think I will explain from the economic perspective, maybe. I agree. I do agree with the first commenter. about the bonus demographic. Because I think it's gonna be liabilities for Indonesia. Compare to its except we can capitalize this bonus demography. But the most important thing for me is how the government rule, how the governments manage this demography. For example, in economy, we know about the ICOR, incremental capital output ratio. It's the indicator for the efficiency or effectiveness on investment. Indonesia, it's not quite good. We have like 6.2 ICOR. Compare with Malaysia. Malaysia has like 4.2 ICOR. It means Malaysia have better investment efficiency compared with Indonesia. So I think when we're talking about the golden Indonesia in 2045, it's like almost impossible because the requirement when we try to achieve the golden Indonesia or maybe the high income countries, it's like 6 or 7% GDP growth. And actually Indonesia we only achieve like 4 or 5% of GDP growth. So I think the first thing we have to reduce or we have to improve is bad administration, the government administration, the government bureaucracy. So I think it's not only about the generation, it's not only about the Indonesian people, but I think it's it's government responsibility, because government has more power than people. People only follow the government rules. I think that's all from my perspective. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Yudi. Next, Mr. Ku.
Hello, check. Am I audible, sir? Am
Yes,
I
Mr.
audible?
Ku.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay. Thanks
you're
for the
audible.
chance. Yeah, thanks for the chance given. I do agree with what has been said by the previous speaker, Mr. Yusu. In contrast, we see that in rural area, it lacks of motivation, it lacks of opportunity that bonus demography is now, not later. You know that, for instance, in when we are open-minded, when we know the opportunity as donation youth demographic, uh, to how to say, to see in 2045 will be special for Indonesia, but in rural case they do not really care about it. Why? Because for instance they have 100,000 rupiah. They do not try to study or to invest in educational terms, whatever the rooms is. They try to invest in gambling and so forth. But for you achieve higher education, it is old-fashioned thinking, I guess. But what I got it from my lecturer yesterday that we use K, W, and L. What does it mean of it? K is a know, and W is want, and L is learned. Means that what we want to what we know, we try to spread faster, as what we did in this platform. Means that for some backgrounds, you are coming from politics, economic, and so forth. It boost or to boost the ecosystem of growing together to achieve Indonesian zero demographic or to achieve in 2050 2015 or 2045. And then want to know means that we have to cultivate our curiosity deeper in terms of what sector or what discipline of knowledge we are going to pursue it and learned what we have learned. We try to deep dive again, deeper and deeper means that what we talk about it, we do research, we do analytic to find the absolute or valid data. It means that what we can share, we pass through fertilize, not fertilize. How to say? We filter it before we share it. It means that we do not spread the hopes. And then, in addition, for bachelor degree or for a scholar, notice if they are open-minded about the subjects, it doesn't matter. But that's I call it minority. But majority, they only study or go into the campus to find out the social status, is that they can upload their to fulfill the existence on social media if they are studying and so forth. Beyond that, they do not how to say they are not into in that class to learn what they want to pursue it. It's only for fulfilling their social status as majority. Why? Because when I ask them in some events, what you are going to this event is important in terms of fulfilling your social status on social media, doesn't matter. But you can find it more important rather than that if you focus on deep diving your knowledge and then uh, doing collaborations or what to say, upgrading yourself. I guess that's what I can share. Thank you very much, Mr. Chutan.
Yes. And Mr. Yudi again.
Okay, maybe I want to add my opinion. Maybe when government failed to create better enough investment in Indonesia, growth in investment in Indonesia, I think the bonus demography that we have, it's only created the low wages or maybe the low salary labor. So it's ironic. I think that's all, Mr. Jitan Manik. Thank you.
Okay. There is no perspective anymore, guys, from you. I think already clear about the youth demographic, right? Actually, if we can know that the rules, I mean, in 2030, we will. Sorry, wait a minute, sir. Wait. Okay, sorry. Maybe we can next slide. This is already finished, right? And for the next agenda is about how to choose on Electoral 2024. Next slide, sir. Well, guys, so if I try to research before and how to choose on Electoral 2024, and for the first time, we have to highlight because we have a 60%, yeah, more than 60% millennial and Gen Z. So they recommend us to not abstain from voting. Because why? Because if we abstain from voting, it doesn't mean the election will delay. For example, we are millennial and Gen Z 60% and older 40%. But all of us, millennial and Gen Z, to choose abstain from voting, so voting only for 40%. It doesn't mean because we are 60% to abstain means the election will be delayed. No, because the voice will count from the 40% as well. But if we can see the positive side, if we have a 60% population, millennial and Gen Z, we can make a new opportunity to choose the best candidate, president and vice president candidates for us, and we have to check the history from the candidate because we need to make the best decision because we want to the president and the vice president they have a good experience to lead our country. So this is the data I take from Metro TV. Yeah, and the next slide, sir. And this is only the rules for the participate on election day. This is only the what we call rules, ya, aturan, ya. Acknowledge the date of election day, yeah, because already 14 February 2024, yeah. Prepare the document need for the election day. Put in your mind the president and name of parliamentary candidate or political party. Maybe we can next to other slides. Maybe this is we're going to talk and more discussion.
Okay, Mr. Jutan, I see Chile also want to give argument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chile, sorry.
Yes, please
You
call
have
me
a
Miss.
yeah.
All right, thank you very much. I heard that you mentioned about highlighting their background and also the history of the person that we will elect next year. However, also I see as a millennial, I can see that nowadays branding is very, very important, as I know that most of all um, person that is joining the election are trying to cover their problem and trying to show the fun side of them, which somehow, from the perspective of millennials, look it as something fun to do, fun to join, and um, somehow forget their historical things, their background, and what did they do to this nation before. So then, how do you mention and how can we acknowledge it? Because what matter is not only for the fun party, of course, but after the election, right? Because it's not talking
Mm.
about the brand that they made, but also the effects of person that we choose. But then I tried once to check one or two background, but then still it's not so clear because, as I know, also there are many hoaxes on the internet, and it just feels ashamed to easily find their fun ads or fun advertisement rather than their social background. So how do we as a millennial or Gen Z acknowledge it? Thank you.
Yeah, if we want to acknowledge the candidate, yeah, actually we have internet or social media, yeah. Yeah, sometimes maybe we are wrong because to judge people from social media, because in social media, as we know, maybe for us, that's not the true. I mean, 100% it's true in social media, right? Sometimes it's only try to make the viewers to recognize us because we can, as a content creator, we we have a 100% to 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 make our brand. For example, I'm a youth and I'm a smart I'm a politician, I'm a hair, yeah, because I want to show to my followers in social media. So I only post the best of me in our media. So the viewers only know me. I'm a good person, right? But because in government history, for example, when has they have a experience such as governor, but we can check this one from media, like electronic media or TV, because when they have a problem, when they lead their province, maybe we can check. I mean, for example, how can he make the rules? How can he make the policy? Is it good for the netizen or not? So we can check by by one by one. So in the next day, I mean in the election day, we can choose based on the history. I think that's good for us as a millennial or Gen Z, because you know that today I think in Indonesia has already has downgrade the what we call thoughts. I mean, like when the millennial and Gen Z right now, they they judge as only like what we call santai gitu ya, santuy. Only because they are
Chills.
like what? Sorry, sir.
Chills.
Santuy, chills, yeah. Okay.
Chills maybe.
So that's not good for us because we want to choose our leaders, not for the actor or actress who can perform in a stage and make us to laugh, like to make our heart only happy for that day. But we want to choose as a leader. So that's the important thing. We we are a young generation to do the best of us. Maybe we can next to other slides, sir, because the point is in the next slide. Next, yeah, this one. And be careful, yeah, with hoax, yeah, because when I get the data, can you see, or my computer has something wrong? No, can you hear
Yeah,
me
yeah, we hear you. In this,
about the PowerPoint?
yeah, we see. But I don't know, not
Good. Okay.
others.
Okay. Be careful with hoax, guys. From the Canada National Observer, there are 5 steps guide, yeah, step guides how to spot fake news. First is confirm the source, check the fact, quality counts, read before you share and speak up. Yeah, because when you get information, check the source first. Then about the fact, quality counts, how many person, and read before you share. Because in Indonesia, guys, so many people only read the title and share. Read the title, share. Read the title, share. I think it's not good for us. Yeah. And speak up. Speak up is the highest level. Because sometimes you read something, it's only for you. You already know, but you keep it. You stop it. So it's only for you. But if you try to confirm the source, you check the fact, quality counts, and read before you share. So this is our shift from our objectivity. Then you speak up. Okay, guys, because I already checked this information and blah 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 blah. I I try to speak about this news, and this is good for us. And let's blah blah blah. And maybe about this speak up, we will discuss for the next uh, slide, because in the next slide is about the how influence you as a youth to influence your friends around you. maybe you have a other perspective about the step guide how to spot fake news, guys. Maybe
Yeah.
you have a
Yeah,
experience.
maybe it'll be interesting questions for all of the participants here or our friends here. How to anticipate this problem, also how to educate people that understand about the dangers of the hoax itself. Yeah, maybe you can give your opinion, guys.
Nothing.
Yeah, how to educate a people, yeah, to be avoided by the hoax, and how to
Okay,
educate.
educate
Yeah,
people. Yeah. Yeah, actually, because we have a much, I mean, much population. Yeah, how to educate people, especially in rural area. Yeah, or they don't have a good education and etc. Yeah, I think uh, this is the challenge for our country. Yeah, because we have 17 more than 17 islands, guys. So how can educate them? Yeah. For me, I think because social media is already popular in our people, so right now everyone has a one gadget minimum, yeah. So maybe you can make a content, you can, yeah, you can join the trend for right now how to deliver your message to your friends. I believe that when you post something in TikTok, it's minimum the viewers is 1 million. I mean no, 1,000. So when you have a content, one content you post in TikTok because in TikTok good algorithm, yeah, algorithm, 1,000 people will see your content. If your content positive to socialization about the how to spot fake news means that you already have 1,000 person around you guys. So it's a simple way. And for the government, maybe they have a budget for make a like seminar. They make a like marketing. I mean, post in baliho, yeah, banner in the street, or make a iklan. What we call iklan? Um,
advertisement.
Advertisement, yeah. Maybe put advertisement in TV, yeah, or radio, and etc. That's all I think to educate people. But before you educate people, you have to educate yourself from confirm the source, check the fact, quality counts, read before you sell. Then you speak up and you educate people. Yes, Yusuf Fauzi.
Thank you for the floor. I just gonna add several points in my perspective about the hoax. I think that hoax happened in a society. Uh, it's one of the main factor that happened in our society is because we have a low rate of literacy. Like the quality of literacy in Indonesia is down under. Like it's really it's really it's a shame for us to know this fact. Especially we as a youth generation that should have been able to maybe contribute to our country, to our nations, but looking into the fact nowadays about the literacy rate that hasn't been overcome greatly by our government, both our government and our society. I think that's one of the main factors that uh,
Yeah,
things to happen. And then I think maybe for the step guides or maybe the tips to avoid, not to avoid, to yeah, to what is it called? To repent or maybe prevent. Oh yeah, the preventive steps to not let this kind of things happen again. I think there are many steps that we have been created, such as for the Cominfo.
Cominfo. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
And to
Yeah.
hello,
Okay. Yeah. We can.
is my voice?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
audible.
yeah, okay. Yeah, that website could be useful for us to confirm and to make sure that one news or many news that have spread it in social media, is it really legit or not? And also, as a youth generation, we can start to educate our people to not be eaten by the hoax, by maybe spreading um, the true news, or maybe to speak up, or maybe to just simply provide the not the basically to simply provide the true information that actually has been misconcepted by our society in one event or another. Maybe that's my perspective. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Yusuf Fauzi. Good point. Chills, you have a word?
Yeah. I want to continue what Mr. Fauzi, isn't it?
Can I know
Already
your
told.
name, Chills?
Yes.
Your full name?
Yeah. Just call me Chills for this evening.
Your full name, Chills?
Your full
Yes.
name, Chills. Your real name, Chills.
Yeah. Yeah. Just call me Chills this evening. That will be
Oh, where are
fun
you
for this
from,
evening.
Chills?
Where are you
Yes,
from,
just
Chills?
call me Chills. Okay, I'll just continue before I forget my point, because it's interesting to
No,
highlight what.
I just want to know where are you from, Chills?
Oh my God! Ask the host. The host know it well.
No, I don't know.
Sorry? From
I'm coming from Indonesia. What do you
Yeah.
expect?
Indonesia.
Yes,
Yeah, I
I'm
know you're
Indonesian.
from Indonesia, but you live now in?
Pardon?
Where do you live now?
Where do you
Oh, I
live
live in
now?
Earth. I live in Earth. Breathe. And yes. Okay,
But
can I now?
well, no.
Yeah, continue.
Tell
I'll send
us
my CV
first.
later if
Where
you
are
guys
you?
still want to know me. I'm in Russia, I guess. Okay.
Oh, Rush. Okay. Hurrah!
Okay. Before I forget my point, I am interested with what Mr. Fauzi already mentioned about hoaxes. I want to highlight that nowadays mass media, is, how do I say it, taking over our focus about election. And nowadays there are so many issues brings up by media, and it becomes viral, and this viral makes people talk about it more and then forget the real background of the person. For example, about certificate, about university and campuses. And also I read one of the the most famous article recently, talking about that media now in Indonesia is not pure and clear as much as we can believe. You got what I mean, right? So the leader somehow being parties with the election, with the person. So again, how do we can and how far can we believe that when we try to confirm the source, and it is related to the media again, and media is already cover it, and it's still in the circle of hoaxes and in the circle of brands. Thank you.
I actually, when I have a session to learn how to confirm the source. Yeah, maybe 2 months ago I have a schedule learning about. They taught us when you see, I forget exactly, but they want to check from HTTPS. So if there is no S in the last words, they they can they have 90% it's a good source. Maybe we can check in Google, yeah, because from the like www can change become https dot blah 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 dot com, right? So they only ask to me, you have to make sure that uh, there is S in the HTTPS. If there is no S, means that it's not a good source. Yeah. So another check the fact. Yeah, maybe actually this five is sometimes it's different in Indonesia, yeah, because in Indonesia mostly they read only the title, yeah, read the title and emotional, yeah, emotional and share, yeah, because maybe they like one candidate. When they read a good news from the one candidate, yeah, that they like, they share. But when they read negative side from the best candidate of them, they comment like blah 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 before they read the the fact. Yeah, I mean the news. Yeah. So I think that's more important. Yeah, we learn about the technology. So somehow we have to I mean spend our time. Yeah, spend our time maybe because we have to check one by one. But that's make us more what we call smart. Yeah, when you detail to read blah blah blah, and sometimes we have to check from another source. Yeah. Oh, in this media they speak about the candidate blah 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 blah. They have a corrupt. They have friends corrupt in this government. For example, in Kominfo, 8 trillion. What we call trillion. In agriculture ministry, they are corrupt. So check in another media. Oh, another media has same news or means when like Kompas, Tempo, Metro, and etc. They have a same media. I mean the same title means yeah the news good news. Yeah, I mean there is no hoax over there. Yeah, maybe next sir because there is no okay. Yeah, this is how to choose electoral because 107 million yeah, voters. It's a young person. Yeah. Oh, this one bijak memilih ya. This is one of website in Indonesia, guys. Bijak memilih. You can check in your internet when you I mean confused. Ya. When you ask Aldi Taher and they say bingung kan, confused ya. Because we are human is a confused. So when you have a confused to choose someone or the candidate, you can open bijak memilih because in bijak memilih they try to post whatever yeah they are neutral I think because they post the good or the bad from the candidate. So you get information much information from this website bijak memilih. Okay, so that's I think a good point ya bijak memilih. And next sir ah this one if we see the indicator yeah sometimes guys survey in Indonesia is paid by somebody yeah means like Instagram right now we can buy only 140 million, 40,000 every month. We already get certified Instagram, ya, blue check, ya, blue check. And here in Indonesia right now, so many survey, guys. So be carefully to the survey, yeah. Sometimes the indicator in survey, it's only support one candidate. For example, guys, if we check this one, the reason why to choose vice presidential candidate, yeah, there is indicator like pintar intellectual or smart, experience, young person. Now, this one, young person. As we know, we have a three candidates as a young uh, vice presidential candidate. Gibran Rakabuming Raka, Mahfud MD, Muhaimin Iskandar. Okay, so when the survey, the indicator from the survey asked to the respondent uh, about the youth, ya, anak muda, ya, of course, Gibran Rakabuming Raka, they have a potential to get 100 value because Mahfud MD and Caimin is not youth anymore, right? So this is survey can manipulate the data, the result of the data. Sometimes we have to check, yeah, recheck, check, recheck, recheck, and recheck. Okay, and there's about taat beragama, religion. Yeah, sometimes religion is only about the privacy. I mean, who can recognize somebody has a good point in the religion? Yeah, because I think it's about the private sector, yeah, not public sector. But in Indonesia, sometimes the survey make an indicator how you can choose your leader. They give option about the religion. So I think it's not good ethic, but because they know the data, they can manipulate the data, the result of the data to make a good opinion in public. You suppose it? You have a other perspective, maybe?
Thank you for the floor. I just wanted to. I'm quite curious about everybody's opinion in this room. Regarding the vice presidential candidates, regarding the youth demographic, youth generation, in Indonesia, what do you guys think about the Constitutional Court's decision uh, about the rule of being vice president candidate that the youth are allowed, the people under 40 years are allowed to be the candidate in the presidential. And I just want to know, what do you guys think about this?
This is a good questions, yeah, and trending, yeah, in Indonesia, trend in Indonesia. So, guys, you have a perspective. I mean, your opinion about the under 40, and as we know, the MK, yeah, is already changed, become a family mahkamah. Mahkamah, how we can how we can speak in English, Mahkamah Constitution.
Constitutional Court.
National Court. Constitution, ya. Yeah, can I give my opinion about the question of Mr. Posey? Wait, where's
Can you
Mr.
hear me,
Jutan?
guys?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah,
Actually,
so
I don't wanna answer your question.
can I give my opinion, Mr. Jutan?
Yeah, you can first, sir.
Uh, actually, I do agree with what the sorry, Mr. Posey, how to say Mahkamah Constitution? I forgot to.
what do you call it?
Constitutional
Mahkamah
Court?
Just say
Constitutional Court, right?
MK.
Constitutional Court.
Constitution Court.
Yeah. I do agree with
That's a
what
guardian
yeah,
constitution.
what did by Constitutional Court. But why today they publish or they agree with this argument? I agree that it's not the all people they are better than the young people. It's like uh, they still 25 but they don't have big knowledge about politics. They don't have a big knowledge how to find a partner in business and other. I don't believe about that because everyone they have their own uh their own part to get their knowledge. Yeah, because it's not the all people have the same time. It's like today I become leader and tomorrow you become leader. Everyone has a different time about that. So if we talk objective about what has been done by the Constitutional Court, yeah, I do agree with that. Yeah, because it'll make us easier as the youth to become a candidate of the leader of the president. But the problem is, yeah, there is some things that all by parliament threshold. You know what the meaning of parliament threshold? Yeah, the meaning of the parliament threshold,
Yeah.
if you want to become a president, if you want to become the mayor, if you want to become a governor, you should be supported by the parties. Yeah, you should be supported by the parties. When you want to become a leader, you should be supported by the parties. And the parties will support you, yeah, that's for you if you can require what the parties needs. One of them, yeah, it's I cannot say it directly, but there are several people say that this is called by mahar politics. Yeah, mahar politics. Because party cannot survive without money also, and money get by the several donation by people. So that's why many leader they come to oligarchies and they ask money to the oligarchies, and oligarchies will give requirement to. I'll give you money and you can become a leader, you can become governor, you can become a president. But when you have become a president, when you have become governor, so there are the several needs from your constitution that you need to change, blah 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 and other. So that's why these countries can be managed by the oligarchies. So that's why until today, yeah, there are the several president or there are the several a governor or the mayor, they are afraid. They cannot directly to kill the now the oligarchies because they can become a president or they can become a leader. It because of the monies of oligarchies that they have been signed before. So this is the way that I can say agree with the new constitution that has been published, but I disagree with the system that called by parliament threshold. And if we see the situation is like Gibran right now goes as the vice president, yeah, we can deny it because Gibran also has experience as others because of that constitutions. But when we need to vote him, yeah, we need to think about this. Is it proper or not for Indonesia? Yeah, so this is my statement about that. Yeah, back to Mr. Jutan.
Yeah, Mr. Indre, but the Constitution is not talking about the threshold actually, because the Constitution changed. Uh, somebody can join to vice president or vice president candidates if under 40 years and or they have experience minimum as a mayor or governor. Yeah, I think we can check again. Yeah, how many mayor or governor in Indonesia under 40 years old? Only 22. Yeah, we have 575 mayor in Indonesia, guys. But under 40, years old, only 22. So the question is the constitution, yeah, they changed the constitution, accommodate youth or young people, all of young people, or only several youth in Indonesia? Because if we can check again, how can youth to become mayor in Indonesia under 40 years old if they have no money or they have no power? So that's important thing, guys. When you get bachelor degree, yeah, from your university, your age maybe 21 or 22, right? And after that, you work until 10 years maybe. How much money that you can spend, you save? I think if in Indonesia, you need 5 miliar to 25 miliar rupiah to get a position like a mayor. So how many youth in Indonesia can be mayor before under 40? So I think it's not accommodate to young people for all in Indonesia, but only to support or accommodate several youth in Indonesia, especially who has some money and who has a power. I think that's my perspective. Maybe Yusuf Fauji, can you give maybe some perspective?
Thank you for the floor. First of all, I do agree with everything that has been stated by the Mr. Moderator. Um, yeah, we do agree that we as a youth has the ability to be the candidates or to run for the presidential election. But then back to the Constitutional Court's decision, it allowed the youth under 40 to run for the presidency. But with the reason that they have the experience in governing the people or in some region in Indonesia. But then also, it will be back to, does that candidate have the capital uh, to run for the presidency? And in Gibran's case, he did. He did have the capital. He did have his father. I'm sorry, but that's okay. He did have the power and the capital to do that. But my other question is popping up about uh, the the decision and then the new rule that the constitutional courts has been made. Will that rules about the under 40 presidential candidates will be made if it's not because of Gibran's case? Do you guys get it? My question, like, will it
One
be
more, one more.
possible that kind of rule can be made if it's not because Gibran's case? I want to know your.
It's difficult for my opinion. Yeah, it's
Hmm.
really
I know,
difficult.
right?
Yeah.
Looking into our government today, I think they hardly recognize the youth as people who are dependable, who are, have the power to run for the government. But I think this is one of the things that, oh, why now? A lot of people asking why now that rule uh, has been made just now. Yeah, but I think if it's not now, and if it's not because of Gibran's case, I think it would be hard for that rule to be made by the constitutional or parliamentary thresholder and any other government that governing now.
Hmm. Hello,
Yeah.
ready?
Yeah, so yeah, this is I agree also with the statement of Mr. Posey. Why this constitution has been published when Gibran wanted to become vice president? Why not long time ago? Yeah, it has been published. So it'll make the two sides, yeah, the two imaginary opinion from our society. Is it because of his father as a president? So yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I think everyone can assume anything, yeah, because the president already said he will cawe-cawe, yeah, in 2024. So yeah, right now people can assume anything. It's like same with our story when in our elementary school, guys, when we have a friend, and he is the son of kepala sekolah, what we call kepala sekolah,
Head,
headmaster, yeah,
yeah,
headmaster in our
headmaster.
school. But in other hand, the boy is so bad, bad, bad boy, and not smart, yeah, not smart, not really smart, yeah, but he can become a next to the next level, yeah, from 1 to 2 3, and get the ranking, yeah, get the ranking. And sometimes we talk with other friends, yeah, we say that, that's because his father is our headmaster. Yeah, that's our lelucon in our. And until now, if we meet with our friends, yeah, in 15 years ago, yeah, if we meet maybe in our school or reuni, yeah, sometimes the story never, we never forget about the story, because uh, because we know exactly the uh, we know exactly about how can our friend become a good good student when we pass our elementary school. So I think this gonna be happen to Indonesia if Gibran and Prabowo and Gibran become a president and vice president in 2024 until 2020, 29. Yeah, our children later, sometimes they will say or discuss with their friend. Maybe they will say that, yeah, Gibran become a vice president because his father as a president at that time. Yeah, so I think it's a same story maybe. But actually, guys, right now, millennial, I think already recognize well, yeah. We have a media, social media, so we can get good information, yeah, from the media. So right now, because from the Prabowo Gibran, always say that this is uh, uh, we share to the public. If the public choose, means Prabowo Gibran is the best for us. But if they don't like it, yeah, so they don't wanna they don't have to choose Prabowo Gibran. And I think, yeah, Indonesia must be must clear about this one, because when when Indonesia has a what we call privilege, yeah, actually we don't like privilege in this country. Can you imagine, guys, when your sister or your brother wanna try to civil servant or academy military, army or police, but they will lose because there is a privilege in that institution. But in Panto here, your sister or your brother will lose because you don't have money and you don't have networking in there. I think, yeah, for our generation, privilege is not best option for us. So let's find, yeah, fair. I think fair is a good to prove that you are com, com, compatible for that position. I think that's our challenge for this country right now, guys. So if we can continue, yeah, like, yeah, the son of Jokowi, yeah, of course, if the indicator son of Jokowi, ya only Gibran Raka Buming Raka get 100 score because Mahfud MD are not is not the son of Jokowi and Caimin, ya. This is brave, ya, and care and honest and etc. But we can continue, sir, to the next. I think we already smart and we know. Yeah, this one. If in United States of America, guys, top reason for voting for Biden among his supporters, he's not Trump. Yeah. So this is in United States of America. Leaders, 23. His issue policy position is not Biden, is for American people and value. And I think United States better than us, yeah, about the democracy and about the netizen, yeah. It's totally different because our education maybe not maybe because their education is better than us, right? So the public already know about the politic more more uh, more attention to the politic, yeah. Maybe next, sir. Yeah, this is for the last agenda. It's about the power of the youth vote. Actually, I want to ask you guys how power, yeah, how much power do you have to influence youth around you? Yeah, excellent. Okay, and if we can define, guys, yeah. Next slide, sir. Uh, in Indonesia, yeah, in our democracy, yeah, we can vote, yeah, one vote, one man, one vote, yeah. So it doesn't mean you are master degree when you vote, you have a value, you have a score 5. No, one man, one vote. Yeah, so you are a farmer, you are an unemployed, you are a doctor, PhD. We are same in our voice, yeah. So guys, but we have the level, yeah. Can we what we call it? Can you read the presentation, guys?
Yeah, it's clear.
Yes.
Okay. For the example, try to convince other you to vote. Yeah, this is the highest level. When you can convince other youth uh, to vote, means that you have a power to influence people. But the lowest is maybe we can take the contribute like donate money to campaign, yeah, or attend a march, a demonstration, register others to vote, and volunteer for a political campaign. But the lowest, I think, it's only when you go to the TPS, yeah, you go to TPS and you choose the best candidate from you. That's the lowest because you only choose what your opinion. I mean your voice, right? But if you can get the highest level when you join to become activism in political engagement, you can influence other people. And this is the question for us: how much power we have to influence people, so they can choose what we choose. Gitu. Maybe you have a other perspective. It's okay.
May I, sir?
Yes, Henny.
Okay. The topic today is a nice, yeah, it's a nice for others who likes political, but for me, sorry to say, but I don't really like about politics, but it's a kind of interesting to discuss, yeah, especially about how to vote the candidate for our general election later on, especially for the president and vice president. But I would like to comment, especially to the youth, activists and political engagement on the rise. There are some criteria that you have deliver, you have already delivered in your slide. The first one is we are as a youth try to convince other youth to vote. I agree. I agree with this, but you know that sometimes for every human in the world, they have their own right to choose their candidates. We are as a human don't need to interfere them based on our our candidate, because they have their own right to choose based on their vision and mission. Because as a youth, sometimes we have to be smart. If we want to vote for our candidate, we need to know about their vision and mission, about the economic system, about education in Indonesia. They have to bring fresh energy or a new improvement for this country. Yeah. But for me, this one I sometimes in a bit win for this point, especially for number one. And number two, donated money to a campaign. I disagree because for me, yeah, especially for youth, sometimes they work hard with their money. Yeah, it's not easy for them to share the money, especially for their campaign, because whenever we want to be a candidate, they have already prepared their own money, so we don't need to yeah, to donate our money for this campaign. Yeah. um and attended a march or demonstration. For me, I don't want to do this because it's not my type to do this. Yeah, as demonstration. Yeah, register others to vote. Yeah, it could be. As a good citizenship, we have to do this because we have our own right to vote. Yeah, and volunteers for a political campaign. It depends on your your vision or mission, that you support one of your candidate or not. But it depends on the candidate that you choose. But to volunteer, to be volunteers, me as a youth, I don't want to if someone interfere me to be a volunteer for political campaign. Okay, that's all. Thank you very much,
Thank you,
Mr.
Henny.
Jason.
Thank you. Your opinion.
Mhm.
Next, guys, or we can continue, sir. Yeah, this is the keynote. Yeah, young voters will determine. This is about only about perspective. Yeah, maybe you can uh, read directly. Okay, Yusuf Fauzi.
Thank you for the floor. Regarding the question about what we can do as a youth on the
Before
election,
the slide. Yeah.
yeah, I think that a lot of people do not like the political things and the political stuff and the politic as itself. But I think that no matter what backgrounds you are, no matter uh, what kind of story you have with politics and etc., because yeah, in our country, politics has been uh, seen as a dirty arena, and I think regardless of that image on politics, our voice, especially as the youth, our matters. Like no matter how small it is, like just one vote is matter to decide and contribute to our future country. Because as we all know, in the next slide that has been explained by the moderator, we we hold 55 to 60% of the votes nationally, and we have the chance to decide or to make a change in the electional result, because we hold the most of the votes. We hold the most of the community as the youth, and I think that it's regardless about uh, we do not like the politics, or we do not have the interest in politics. Our votes are still matter, and it is need to be uh, spread it to our youth generation that our voice are matters. Our voice needed to be heard by the government or the people in power in this country. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Fauzi. Maybe we can next the next slide, sir. So this is about the social media. Yeah? Okay, this one, guys, and this is one of the power of the youth. Yeah, you know Bima from Lampung, guys, because he was make a good presentation, and because the government of from Lampung, they don't care about the street in Lampung. But after viral, yeah, uh, our president Joko Widodo go there and check the situation, and really bad, yeah, about the government. So this is one of the example, guys. We are as a youth, we can make something that can change the world, even only from the rural area or from the small area. Because from the technology, yeah, we can share for our content, and after they see our content, and it and our content is really positive, they will like and share to other people. So the government will see you and think that you are not only about youth like as usual, but you are the real youth impact. Yeah, that's a good point. Next, maybe as you know, Mr. Indra, yeah, I, in my opinion, yeah, he is one of the the youth has impact in Indonesia, especially in education. Yeah, I know that because I see the Instagram. Yeah, so many activity when in Russia, he teach Russian to speak in English and etc. I know him from Pare, Kediri. Okay, youth voters on election 24, young Indonesians are increasingly turning to social media to criticize the government in how it deals with corruption and law enforcement. Yeah, it is one about corruption and law enforcement. Yeah, we know in Indonesia about the justice, no viral, no justice. Yeah, sometimes when the news, yeah, after Kopi Joni, maybe, yeah, from the Hotman Paris after viral. That's why the government go down and see the case. Yeah, and that's happened in Indonesia. So that's our PR. Yeah, what the PR homework as a youth. Okay, next. And this is the last because the time uh, already almost 22:00. Yeah, don't forget, guys, in 14 February 2024, I'm voting for Jutan Manik. No, no, no. I'm not Caleg, guys. So I'm voting for our future, our government, our election, and our rights. This is ours, and I love voting. Your vote, uh, believe that your voice can change this country better. Maybe if you have a correction or something,
Okay.
I give you time. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Yutan. So, a kind of the new data that we got from these discussions, yeah, that try to open our mindset to choose which the candidate of the presidents that it will be suitable for us. So I believe in this place, everyone has their own opinions. It's like, yeah, who will be the best candidate who will be the best candidate for the next year for Indonesia. But I'm really interested to you, Mr. Jutan, because I watched you in Metro TV last time. Yeah, so this is a kind of the conclusions, yeah, from you in Metro TV with the several expert. Yeah, I see also there is Faldo Malini and the several youth politicians there. Yeah, so this is interesting, guys. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, did you see the slide, guys? Yeah, so it's really interesting. Adu gagasan bukan adu laporan.
Mendesak, jangan sering lapor.
Iya, yang soal tadi mendesak bagaimana ketika terdesak seperti itu sehingga dilakukan strategi-strategi baru. Saya pikir bukan ke situ arahnya. Bahwa ini bagaimana pemilu kali ini nanti berjalan secara damai. Dan saya pikir adu gagasan tadi menurut saya yang ditunggu-tunggu publik hari ini itu. Ini pemilih banyak milenial maupun Gen Z yang hari ini sebenarnya mereka menanti-nanti tuh. Memang sebenarnya seperti apa sebenarnya apa yang diisi kepala paslon-paslon ini. Nanti di situ akan mengalir.
Menanti adu gagasan bukan adu laporan.
Iya. Kalau Amin kritik
Terakhir.
Okay, yeah. So adu gagasan bukan adu laporan. So everyone here there has their own opinions, but ya jangan sampai adu laporan ya. Takut juga kita bersuara ketika gagasan-gagasan itu dimatiin dengan sebuah konstitusi atau rule di situ. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Jutan, for the nice discussion for this evening. Yeah, there are several feedbacks about English. I will try to give you here. Yeah, the first,
And before that, maybe sir,
you have an
for
additional,
all of participants, maybe we can connect in Instagram later, yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so you can, maybe you can put your Instagram on the chat, Mr. Chutan. Yeah, so they can connect you if they have the several question that related to the eligibility of the youth for general election and others. Ya, oke. The first is for example ya. Hari ini banyak sekali teman-teman menggunakan kata for example. Ya, mungkin bisa ditambahkan vocab barunya diganti dengan for instance ya. Terus yang kedua ya I think juga banyak mungkin bisa diganti dengan yang lebih akademik yaitu I assume ya atau as far as sebenarnya banyak ya. I'm concerned dan sebagainya. Ya, kenapa saya mencoba untuk memberikan beberapa vocabularies baru ya supaya teman-teman di sini terbiasa dengan vocab yang enggak itu aja ketika kita diskusi. Terus selanjutnya tadi ada yang menggunakan kata bureaucration ya. Bureaucration itu bukan bahasa Inggris ya. Birokrasi itu masih tetap birokrasi tapi tulisannya seperti ini. Ya, jadi bureaucration itu nggak ada ya, yang ada itu bureaucracy gitu ya. Terus juga tadi juga ada yang menggunakan ya it's need, terus juga ada it's mean. Nah, ini penggunaan yang salah ya dalam structure. Ya, yang benarnya adalah it needs aja langsung. Karena kalau ada be dia pasti ketemu kalau nggak pas participle, kalau nggak present continuous di situ ya, verb ing dalam bahasa Indonesianya. Jadi it means. Nah, jadi nggak ada it's mean sama it's need ya. Terus selanjutnya oh ya lelucon tadi. Maaf saya nggak banyak terlalu analisis tadi karena terlalu enjoy sama topik diskusi kita pada hari ini ya. Lelucon joke. Terus juga filler ya. Filler mungkin dalam IELTS adalah salah satu yang mungkin harus dihindari ya teman-teman ya. Jadi salah satu menghindari kalau orang Indonesia kan fillernya itu. Jadi bisa diganti dengan what is that? Ya. How to call it? Ya. Jadi sebagai apa ya? Sebagai perantara lah untuk kita mikir untuk kata selanjutnya. Jadi jangan ya, karena filler itu juga salah satu yang menghambat eh, menghambatnya itu filler kan, menghambat sesuatu yang apa ya, kalau di IELTS fluency lah dalam bahasa Inggris. Oke, mungkin itu aja, nanti saya bakal kirimin sedikit dari hasil ini ke grup ya teman-teman ya. Dan juga sebelum kita tutup diskusi pada hari ini ya, saya ingin memberikan sertifikat kepada kontributor kita pada hari ini. Jadi buat teman-teman ya juga berminat sebagai kontributor dari diskusi bahasa Inggris kita setiap minggunya, mungkin teman-teman bisa langsung menghubungi admin yang ada di grup ya, di grup OTA. Jadi teman-teman bisa membicarakan topik yang sesuai dengan teman-teman ya. Jika hari ini topiknya mengenai politik, mungkin teman-teman juga tertarik, wah saya mau ngomongin pendidikan, oh saya mau ngomongin masalah ekonomi, oh saya mau ngomongin tentang sosial dan sebagainya. Mungkin dipersilakan langsung menghubungi admin yang ada di grup ya. Nanti teman-teman juga bakal mendapatkan sertifikat ya sebagai kontributor dari kegiatan kita pada hari ini. Oke, Mr. Jutan, mungkin kita sesi foto bareng dulu, Mr. Jutan.
Yes, sir.
Ya, terima
Thank you
kasih
very much for
sebelumnya.
the certificate. It's a
Ya,
good certificate.
terima kasih
OTA.
sebelumnya. Ya, thank you so much for attending for in our communities, ya, our non-profit communities. Ya, I do hope you can get what you want this year, with your humble ways, to become a contributor in our discussion today. Okay, let's take a picture together. Yeah, 3, 2, 1, slide 1. 3, 2, 1, slide 2. Dan terakhir 3, 2, 1, slide 3. Okay, that's all. Thank you so much guys for attending our discussions. Oh, mana? Yeah, thank you so much, and see you for the next discussion. Hell Ota, yesterday you say
Yesterday we
tomorrow.
said tomorrow.
See you next week with the new topics. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, sir. Mary lah next week.
Mary next week.
Okay, Mary. My favorite
Singer.
my favorite singer.
Okay, Tan. Thank you so much, guys. Bye-bye.